Welcome to Elevate Springfield, where we will dive into strategies and stories that help you rise to your full potential. Each episode, we'll talk about how you can take intentional steps to elevate your life and your business while making a meaningful impact on those around you. Along the way, we're going to bring in the change makers from our community that are already elevating. We'll bring the actionable strategies, you bring the discipline and follow through, and together we can elevate Springfield. All right, let's go, Springfield. Time to 10x your day, y'all. Time to level up. Time to crush it. Hey, you are listening to the Elevate Springfield podcast. Robert Farrell here, certified 10x coach, speaker, and mentor, here to bring you actionable strategies. You bring the discipline and follow through, and together we're going to elevate Springfield. Well, you are listening to another segment of Communities Grow Together on the Elevate Springfield podcast. As you know, we drop these segments each week. The Communities Grow Together segment will touch on all things nonprofit associations and how we as a community are working together so we can all grow together. This segment is brought to you by David Hilst, American Family Insurance Agency over on West Wabash. Whatever you need insurance-wise, whether that's business, life, home, auto, or anything in between, hey, David and his team can take care of you. Give them a shout, or hey, stop by and visit them over on West Wabash. These segments are quick hits of actionable strategies and what's going on in our area to help you level up and grow together. Be right back after the break. Looking for personalized insurance with hometown care? David Hilst, American Family Insurance Agents, here to help you protect what matters most: your family, your home, and your dreams. Whether it's auto, home, life, business, David and his team are proud to serve the Springfield community with trusted advice and reliable coverage. Local service, real relationships, peace of mind. Call today or stop by their office. They can build your dream protection plan together. Call 217-726-6343. All right, and we are back, for another edition of Communities Grow Together, brought to you by David Hilst, American Family Insurance Agency. Anything you need insurance-wise, give David a shout or just stop by their office over on West Wabash. They will take phenomenal care of you. And speaking of people that take phenomenal care of people and their community, hey, let's welcome back Mr. Jeff Dillman. How we doing, sir?
I'm good, man. I've been here. You've been in Miami, and I've been here, but I don't know, was it as hot here as it was in Miami?
It was cooler in Miami than it was here.
Damn,
yeah, it was absolutely gorgeous down there. I mean, it was like, 92, 93, but it was absolutely gorgeous.
Well, it looked good. Looked like you had a good time.
It was nice. So. It was a fun time. 10X events are always high energy, getting everybody going, and a lot of great content. So
that's right.
Fun time.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Well, right here at home, though, we've got a ton of stuff going on. Man. You in particular, you've got a lot of events here recently. You got a lot of events coming up, and things just keep on rolling right here in Springfield, don't they?
Oh, and I had somebody text me yesterday and ask me, do I ever sleep? And I said, nope. He goes, I believe that.
Right.
I'm not sure I do sleep. Actually, I don't sleep. But no, yeah. We've had a busy past few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like you've been gone for weeks.
Yeah, I know.
We've been busy.
You know how I am in the summer, going down to Florida and hitting those Miami things.
You might just get a condo down there between you and Chris.
Right.
Jeez.
Yeah, that might be on the list.
Yeah, there we go. Good. We'll have a place to stay. That's awesome. Right. I like that. No, we had our Bags and Brews, our little fundraiser at Casa Real over the weekend, and a little shady in the morning. It started raining, so we got a little concerned. And then it just turned ungodly humid. Not the turnout we really anticipated for. However, through the sponsorships and the 50-50 we did on site, and we're thankful for our sponsors and everything, but we're going to come out ahead on this.
Good.
We just didn't have the participants. There was a little bit of communication. And I think, as we know, as the board president, I take that responsibility. Communication was lacking. And when communication lacks, what happens?
Yeah.
You assume.
Yep.
And when you assume, what happens?
Right.
The assumption was they were registering online. We thought they were handling it. They thought we were handling it. So let's just say this. We didn't have as many throwers as we did, bag throwers as we did 2 years ago at Buzz Bomb. However, we had 6 or 8 walk-ups. We had a walk-up donation, which was nice. We had 2 or 3 pros play. But the bottom line is people had fun. Sponsors were happy. People had fun. Casserole was happy. Had a little bit of hiccups there, but that's just the way it is. That's a communication thing too. But the venue was perfect. But hey, we made through it. We're going to have a recap planning meeting here second week of August to figure out what we do moving forward. Do we throw bags on our own? Do we have another outfit help? You know, Capital City Cornhole is usually fairly good to deal with. Do we use them again? We'll see. So anyway, that's what we have to do. But the thing is, what we can't do is we cannot just let it go. We got to replace it with something.
Exactly.
And then we've got, Local First. We got the deadline for the grant. Local First Springfield deadline for the grant is the 31st.
Yeah, just a couple more days here. So
days.
Yeah, just a reminder for everybody on that. If you're a Local First Springfield member, that's the one qualification you have to apply for this grant. $2,500 going to 2 separate businesses. That's $2,500 each. And you have to have your video in by the end of the day on Friday, the 31st. 60 seconds. Tell us your why you do what you do, and what you're going to do with the money. It's really quite simple.
Yeah, and you still have time to register for Local First Springfield, and you still have time to do your video.
Yeah.
We have a little table talk in the office, and we're thinking maybe people don't realize, Local First businesses don't realize you don't have to be new.
Right. Yeah, you don't have to be a brand new business that, hey, $2,500 is going to be your startup capital or anything like that. No, you don't have to be a 6 months and under business. No way.
That's what Will and I were talking about yesterday. It's like maybe we just didn't get the message out enough to let people know that anybody can apply for this, and as we always say with Sangamon Tree Service, what Chad said, this $2,500 could have done, wonders for him. So still have time for that. We've all blasted it out. We got the email yesterday, so we've all been blasting that back out. So that's coming up. We've got our live webinar this Thursday at O'Shea University. Thanks to Matt for allowing us to have that facility. That's with the FBI Springfield Citizens Academy Alumni Association, separate and apart agency, not tied to the FBI, but we support their values and mission. That's going to be in human trafficking, and that will be an eye-opener. From 5 to 6. Everybody's welcome. FBI agents will be on site to answer questions. We're going to do these webinars monthly. And us being a nonprofit agency that supports the FBI, we want to continue to engage the community on what's going on.
Yeah. Is that's open to anybody?
That's open to anyone. Anybody comes. You don't have to be alumni. You can be anyone. We've had a lot of people inquire about it because human trafficking, it's a big thing. And I think it's going to be an eye-opener. So yeah, anyone can come to that. All Local First members, anybody, SILSA, anybody, chamber members, it's wide open. We have plenty of seating. It's like you and I were talking earlier, if you just don't know who's going to come.
Right.
But you got to do these things, right? So
do you want people to register if they can, or is it more of a show up thing?
I think at this point, just show up. Okay. Just show up. If we get to a point where we'll do registration, but you know how that is. Not everybody registers.
Yeah, exactly.
And so here, we'll just do the surprise thing, because generally when people register, half of them don't come. Right. But maybe we'll change that moving down the line. But, so we're looking forward to that. That's coming up. And then there's just a lot of things going on. And with the FBI, they got the Teen Academy coming up August 7th. That's 19 children, I should say high school children, our kids.
Yeah.
Being selected to see an insight one day of what the FBI does. And our 2026 FBI Citizens Academy class kicks off on Thursday the 13th. Yeah. And that's going to be a few weeks of just intense training of education of what the FBI does. Man, there's just a lot. We got our trivia night coming up for Family Service Center, September 26th. Looking for sponsors for that. Thank you to David Hilst. Sponsor
David
here.
Hilst.
David Hilst, American Family Insurance. David, we appreciate you. He's our title sponsor.
So involved in the community, isn't he?
David's just such a great guy.
Much.
Now we just got to get David. If you're listening, we got to get you to trivia. You get a free table. We got to get you the trivia. But I'll be reaching out to him. Then we got another. We always book ourselves in weird ways. On the 25th, we've got another dinner coming up with AMVETS and Family Service Center. That's going to be Friday, September 25th. Mastrocoli dinner, 3-ounce meatballs, and with garlic bread for $14. One of these times we'll see you there.
I know. I'll get there. I got to get there.
Yeah, you got to get there. Bring the family. That'll be fun. But then again, we did back-to-back events there.
Right.
Man, there's just a whole host of things. You name it. I mean, we got Local First. We've got our
Fall Soiree.
There we go.
Yeah, Fall Soiree. That's where we're giving away that small business grant. Both of them on October 1st, 5:30 to 7:30. Tickets are available right now. $25 a piece. It gives you food, 2 drink tickets, live music, some great networking.
Yeah, there's
all for $25. Can't beat that.
A lot going on. We got our networking. We of course we got our board meeting, Local First, coming up in August. We got our next August networking meeting, which it is at Pole Barn Chic.
Back to Pole Barn Chic, yes. So
everybody will go to Jane Hayes now, but it is at Pole Barn Chic.
Want to say that one more time?
Yeah,
where are we going?
Pole Barn Chic.
There we go.
So if you're listening, and if you're not, you need to be, Pole Barn Chic. So that there will feature Ryan McCready. Ryan will take the first 20 minutes or so just explaining. Notice I said 20, not 30. The first 20 minutes just explain probably what's going on in Springfield, Sangamon County, probably the data center, that people may want to hear and not hear, but I think we're excited to have Ryan to showcase what Sangamon Growth Alliance is doing. So
that'll be a phenomenal 20 minutes knowing Ryan. He always brings great information.
If I tell Ryan 20 minutes, he'll get it down in 20 minutes. Right. That's for sure. Because I want to be able to have time to network and get back to the basics of what we do. So yeah, Illinois State Fair is coming up. There's just a lot, and August is packed.
No doubt about it. When you talk about back to the basics on Land of Lincoln, just crossed the 6 mil threshold about a week ago, right?
We did. That was impressive. I was glad when you got the ticker updated, and I had a chance to talk to a new business that just came on with this Tough Shed. So that, and Woodmaster, that's kind of cool. They got some pretty unique things. So he was just blown away from that. And and we recognized Costa and Jelly, another show sponsor, by the way. Yeah. We recognized them this month at our networking meeting for just going over and beyond and understanding what the networking's all about, and really just if it's not daily, it's weekly, hearing from them saying, hey, I've engaged. I know we're all busy, but, that's what's going to keep this thing going, talking about the success. There's a lot of people this, and probably a lot of, there's people that have success out of local first Springfield. We just don't talk about it enough.
Absolutely.
But I think what I wanted to make us more unique is that we showcase that and talk about it. Because when you look at that number, even the members that are partaking in small amounts because of their business and what their business is. I use Kurt Deemer, for example. He's like, that's amazing. Yeah. So, and it is. I'm sure he'd like to have $6 million.
Right. Get a little bigger chunk of that $6 million.
$5.2 million of that. But I think we also, even on the local first Springfield perspective, driving in today, that, you sit around a table and you look at people on the board and you just look at people in general. We really don't utilize each other more than we need to. Yeah. And that's what Land of Lincoln needs to continue to do as well. So both of our groups need to make sure that we're top of mind. Our members are top of mind, I should say, when we need something. Because when I look at Legends, for example, you and I were talking about Legends. We're out there installing all the urinal screens, all the soap dispensers, all the towels dispensers, all the toilet paper, everything. And you just look around at the businesses there, and 95% of those businesses don't use. I can't say they don't use local because I don't know that, but they don't use a locally owned company like us. Right. And when you're walking around, it just really wakes you up to know, like, for example, for Masco, they don't know who we are. That's crazy. Yeah. As much as we're out, but
especially, you guys are out a lot. You guys do a nice job on your social. You're out everywhere, a part of everything, a part of all the stuff. You would laugh at this. Speaking of being out, Andy and I are today. When Andy, everybody knows the Lunt family from Rochester, but him and I are going to Bloomington and Peoria today just to do some scouting. And I said, you know what we're going to do? Let's do a drive time with Andy and Jeff podcast. He said, absolutely not. But I'm going to get him to do it. We're just going to drive and just talk about business in the car. There you go. Maybe I'll just record it and he won't know it. Just do the whole thing.
I know he's outside.
It might be drive time with Jeff and Andy listening in. Yeah. Who knows? Maybe you just go off on something.
But it's just thinking outside the box, doing the General Manager Weekly News and Will doing Dirty Demos with Will. You have to do that. I hope they continue to carry that on, even if I get hit by a train or whatever happens to me. Yeah. I hope they do, because I think that's important. I think all business owners, we need to do more of that, quite frankly.
Yeah. No, between the working with each other, we talked a little bit about that when Chris and I gave a presentation at the Chatham Chamber that brought up that topic was brought up in terms of when you're working with associations and things, how do you show your value? Well, that's a big way right there. Tell the stories of the people that are working together. And that's really what that $6.1 million shows. It shows the people working together, right? It tells the story of, hey, this is how much folks are working together. So no matter what association you have, whether it's Local First, Land of Lincoln, SILSA, the Chambers, whatever, you've got to be able to tell the story of, hey, we're making an impact through here. no association can legitimately say, hey, I made 100 more people walk through your door.
Right.
They can't say that. I just we'll never be able to say that. But we could say, hey, this business worked with that business, and that's $100,000 worth of impact.
I agree.
Hey, this person worked with that person and did this, collaborated this way.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah, you can tell those stories, and that shows the impact of any association or organization, and that's what drives membership too, quite frankly.
And that's one thing I wanted to do. I wanted to do that just to say what can make us totally different. And it's making it trackable. Mm-hmm. Now we know that number's bigger.
Yeah.
We know it is, and that's okay. But if someone asks, is that reality? That's reality. But it actually isn't. It isn't true because it's more.
Right. But, it's a very, very conservative reality.
It is. But hey, shout out to Costa today and Costa and Jelly, and Zach reached out to me today, and he had some more business dealings done within the group. These are locally owned businesses using locally owned businesses.
Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, still got a lot of great stuff this summer. We've got the Levitt amp still going on. Yep. I don't know what, maybe 2 more weeks of it, something like that, maybe 2 more. Yep. And then, like you said, State Fair rolling in. And then all of a sudden we're into like football season and the whole thing. It's just crazy, right?
It is crazy. It is, but
then it might be time for me to go down to Miami again. Who knows?
It probably is. What's that? September, probably.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
I need to take a vacation, but I don't see it happening. So
come on down to Miami with me. I'm definitely going in October, so just come on down with us.
All right, we'll see where I'm at.
Hit the flight with us. Come on down.
I'll do it. I can sleep on the couch or something. I can do that.
All right. Well, you can help us look at condos.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah,
that'd be a fun extra day, right?
That I can use every once in a while. Heck yeah, that's a good idea. I'll make sure. I'll call in sick wherever I'm at.
That's right. It'll be under the Elevate umbrella. We'll buy a condo down there and then only rent out to Springfield folks that are going down
there. We go.
That'd be fun.
There we go. That works.
That's right.
We can deem it networking meeting or something.
That's right.
Yeah. I'll hold you to that now.
Yeah, well, when I set a target, I'm going to get it. So,
that's right.
There we go.
That's right. Think big. Man.
That's right.
Big.
You know it. Well, Jeff, appreciate it as always. So much great stuff.
Yeah, likewise.
Keep up all the impact you're doing in the community, man. So
I appreciate you. Appreciate you.
All right, we're going to let Jeff get back to elevating Springfield. But for the rest of y'all, we'll be right back. Hey, Springfield, when it comes to reliable, high-quality roofing, you don't want to leave things to chance. That's why you should reach out to Acosta Angeli Roofing, your local roofing expert serving Springfield and surrounding communities. From quick, dependable repairs to full replacement, from residential to commercial, they are your trusted pros. Call them today at 217-993-2748 or visit their website to book your free quote and inspection. Don't wait. A little leak now could lead to major damage later. Trust the local experts, protect your home, and get peace of mind with Acosta Angeli Roofing. Well, thank you for joining us today, everybody, on another segment of Communities Grow Together on the Elevate Springfield podcast. Thank you again to David Hilst, American Family Insurance Agency, for partnering with us on this segment. Hey, take what you learned today. You bring the discipline and follow through, and together, that's right, y'all, we're going to elevate Springfield. Be great. Looking for expert tree care with hometown integrity? Look no further than Sangamon Tree Service. They're your trusted local pros, delivering quality workmanship, exceptional customer service, and fair, honest pricing every time. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, their team brings professionalism and care to every job, big or small. Call the name your neighbors trust, Sangamon Tree Service, or visit them today at SangamonTreeService.com. Sangamon Tree Service, rooted in quality, built on trust.